friends. My name is Kurt Vonnegut Jr. And welcome to my world. Hazel, hey, were you crying?
Yeah, I can't remember why though. You know how bad my memory is. I'm not as smart as you, George.
You know you're just as smart as me, Hazel. That's why I wear this earpiece, right? We can all thank the 213th Amendment for that.
But I don't have to wear a handicap like you.
I guess it does make you wonder, though.
Ah! Ooh, that one seemed loud.
Sounded like a milk bottle being shattered in my ear.
You shouldn't think so much. No, the handicapper general doesn't like it. Anyway, I can't remember these things. Just watch some TV. Sure is a beautiful dance.
About as good as anything else.
Ah! Oh, this is really loud.
Sounded like a 21-gun salute.
I think it'd be real interesting, hearing all the sounds and the different things they think up. Only, I was handicapper general. You know what I would do? I was Diana Mood Glampers. I just have chimes on Sunday. Just chimes. Kind of in honor of religion.
Hey, Hazel, I could think if it was just chimes.
Well, maybe make them real loud. I think I'd make a good handicapper general.
About as good as anyone else.
Who knows better than I do what normal is?
Right.
George, you seem tired. Why don't you lay out on a chair for a little while and rest your handicap bag on the pillows? I don't care if you're not equal to me for a while.
I don't mind this thing too much anymore. It's a part of me now.
You've just been so worn out lately. There's just some way we could make a little hole in one of the bags and just take out a few of those lead balls. Just a few.
Well, it's a $2,000 fine and a 2-year stay in prison for every ball I would take out. I don't call that a bargain.
There's just some way we could take out a few of them. I mean, you don't compete with anyone in our home.
Well, if I got away with it, then pretty soon everyone else would get away with it. And then we'd be right back to the Dark Ages again, with everyone competing against everyone else. You wouldn't like that, would you?
I'd hate it.
There you go. The minute people start cheating on laws, what do you think happens to society?
It would all fall apart.
What the?
Society. Isn't that what you just said?
Who knows?
Ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, George. Who's that kid in the picture on the TV?
Hazel? That's our son, Harrison. How could you forget about him?
Do you ever think about him?
I can't. Anytime I try to, I hear some of the loudest sounds the handicapper general can find.
But do you ever wonder why?
Let me help you with that. Ladies and gentlemen. Excuse me for that. Ladies and gentlemen, Harrison Bergeron, age 14, has just escaped from jail, where he was held on suspicion for plotting to overthrow the government. He is a genius, an athlete, is handicapped, and should be regarded as extremely dangerous.
I am the Emperor! Do you hear? I am the Emperor! Everyone here must do what I say at once!
Oh God, that's Harrison!
Even if I stand here, hobbled, crippled, sickened. I am a greater ruler than any man who's ever lived. Now watch me become what I can become. I will choose an empress. Let us show them the true meaning of the word dance. And those of you who choose to join me will become barons and dukes and earls. Ah!
I ask you each to forget what you just saw. Harrison Bergeron was a villain who sought to tear our beautiful society apart at the seams. We, as the American people, have worked for over a century to create a world as perfect as ours. And to take that away would be blasphemy. Each of us are finally equal in every way withstanding. And because of this, we each finally have the opportunity to be truly happy. Men like Bergeron want to rob us of this great joy I know we all feel. And to take that away is the greatest crime. Taking away our freedom, our pride, and most of all, our abundant happiness is unforgivable. And for those of you who choose to follow Bergeron, you will meet the same end. Now turn this shit off.
George, the TV burned out.
Hazel, what was on?
Well, you know I can't remember these things. All I know is something kind of sad.
Sure does sound...
Oh, until that one was a doozy.
You could say that again.
Until that one was a doozy.
Like my kisses, honey, here's what I'll do. I'll go see a girl in purple, kiss this sad world, toodaloo. If you don't want my loving, why should I take up all this space? I'll get off this old planet, let some sweet baby take my place.
Looks almost real. Like I can practically imagine myself standing in the middle of it.
What makes you think you aren't? It's called the happy garden of life, you know.
That's good at doctor hits.
So, what are you waiting around here for?
I'm, waiting for doctor hits. My wife, she just delivered triplets.
Triplets? Were they planned?
No.
You've at least got a volunteer for each kid. Jeez. I'm sorry. You know, I don't like this world too much either. I was around back before population control, and for as much as people like Dr. Hitz like to call it a dystopia, it's better than this fake emotionless world we live in now. I mean, sure, having no war, crime, or disease is great, but sometimes I wish we could go back. Human life wasn't made to last forever. And having to kill off someone else just to make room for another person's kid, it's sickening.
It's bullshit.
And look, I'd love to discuss this with you, but I got a lot of faces to fill in here. So,
Must be nice to be able to make pictures that look like something.
you think I'm proud of this, Dob? You think this is my picture of what life actually looks like?
What's your idea of what life looks like then?
Foul old drop cloth. Frame that, and you'll have a picture of damn sight more honest than that one.
You're a gloomy old duck, aren't you?
And you aren't.
Well, if you don't like it here...
What? You gonna tell me to call that special number? Make room for another one of your kids? Look, I'll go when I decide it's time to go, and it won't be at the sheep dip.
Do-it-yourselfer? Messy business. Why don't you have a little bit more consideration for the people who have to pick up after you?
This world could use a good deal more mess, if you ask me.
Is this where I'm supposed to come?
Well, it would depend on what your business was. You're not about to have a baby, are you?
Oh, no. They told me I'm supposed to pose for some picture or something. My name's Leora Duncan.
And you gas people.
Sorry, what?
You came from the Federal Bureau of Termination, yeah?
Yes. Oh, wow. That sure is a picture. Looks just like heaven or something.
Or something. Let me see here. Duncan. Oh, yes, here you are. You've been entitled to be immortalized. Congrats. See any headless body you'd like me to stick your face on? We got a few choice ones left.
Gee, they all look the same to me. I don't know anything about art.
A body's a body, eh? Well then, as a master of fine art, I recommend this body here.
Oh, gosh, that puts me right next to Dr. Hitz.
That offends you?
Good gravy, no! It's just such an honor.
Oh, you admire him, huh?
Who doesn't admire him? He was responsible for setting up the very first gas chamber here in Chicago. The one I work in.
Nothing would please me more than to put you next to him for all time. So sawing off a limb here, that strikes you as appropriate.
That's kind of like what I do. I always try to make people as comfortable as possible before I turn on the gas chamber.
Well, Miss Duncan. What are you doing here? This isn't where the people leave, this is where they come in.
Dr. Hitz, we're going to be in the same picture together.
Good. Say, isn't that some picture?
I sure am honored to be in it with you.
Let me tell you, I'm honored to be in it with you. Without women, the wonderful world we've got just wouldn't be possible. Guess what was just born?
I can't.
Triplets.
Triplets? Do the parents have 3 volunteers?
Last I heard, they only had one and were trying to scrape another 2 up.
Oh, I don't think they made it. Nobody made 3 appointments with us today. Nothing but singles going through. Unless they called in after I left. What's the name?
Welling. Edward K. Welling Jr. is this happy father-to-be. And he's standing right here.
Mr. Welling, I didn't see you.
The invisible man.
Oh, I just got off the phone. Your triplets have all been born. They're fine, so is the mother. I'm on my way to see them now.
Hooray.
You don't sound very happy.
What man in my shoes wouldn't be happy? All I have to do is pick out which one of the 3 triplets is going to live, then deliver my maternal grandfather to a happy hooligan, and come back here with a receipt.
Don't believe in population control, Mr. Welling.
Oh, I think it's perfectly keen.
Would you like to go back to the good old days when the population of Earth was 20 billion, then about to become 40 billion, then 80 billion, then 160 billion? Do you know what a druplet is, Mr. Welling?
No.
Druplet, Mr. Welling, is one of those knobs, one of those little pulpy grains that you find in a blackberry. Well, without population control, human beings would be packed on the surface of this old planet like drupelets of a blackberry. Just think of it. In the year 2000, before I came in and laid down the law, there wasn't even enough drinking water to go around, and nothing to eat but seaweed. And still, people insisted on their right to reproduce like jackrabbits, and their right, if possible, to live forever. I want those kids. I want all 3 of them. Of course you do, it's only human. I don't want my grandfather to die either. Well, nobody's really happy about sending a close relative to a cat box.
Oh, I wish people wouldn't call it that.
What do you mean?
I wish people wouldn't call it the cat box and things like that, it gives people the wrong impression.
You're absolutely right. Please forgive me. I should have said Ethical Suicide Studios.
Oh, that sounds so much better.
Now, this child of yours, Mr. Welling, whichever one you decide to keep, he or she is going to live on a happy, roomy, clean, and rich planet. In a garden. Kind of like that painting there. All thanks to population control. 2 centuries ago, when I was a young man, it was a hell that nobody thought could last another 20 years. And now, thanks to population control, centuries of peace and plenty stretch before us as far as the imagination cares to travel.
There's room for one. A great one. It's only death! There! Room for 2. And there's only one left.
What is this? This mournful puzzle of life. I mean, we desire to be born. And then once born, we desire to be fruitful, to multiply, and to live as long as possible. And to do all that on a very small planet that would have to last forever. What of war? What of plague? What of starvation? Each of those are surely better than a cat box, a happy hoop, and an easy go. How can I ever paint again? What's left for me? To be or not to be? Hello? Federal Bureau of Termination. How soon can I get an appointment? This afternoon? Yes. Fit me in if you please. Spare me the speech. I've heard it all before.
Your city thanks you.
Your country thanks you.
Your planet thanks you.
But the deepest thanks of all comes from future generations. James? James! Oh, there you are. Sit down. Sit down.
So, David, where's my investment gone?
Well, Mr. Vonnegut likes that.
Ah, please, I told you can call me James.
It's all right, sir.
You know I hate formalities.
James, yeah. Well, if you can follow me to the next room, I can show you a working prototype of Epicac.
And it does exactly as you promised.
Yep. When this thing is finished, it'll be able to solve every single one of the world's problems. Go ahead. Ask it a question.
What's 6 times 4?
24.
Very impressive.
Please, sir, he's not a talking calculator. Ask it something more complex.
All right. Why are we here?
Please, elaborate.
What's a purpose on this earth?
Human life holds no purpose. It was created by a random stroke of luck, with each new life becoming as meaningless as the last. How you choose to live your life is what will give it meaning.
What? Nihilistic.
You expect anything less from the machine?
No, I guess not.
So, are you impressed?
Absolutely. The machine back there blew me away. When you finish building it, it's going to be huge.
Really?
There'll be one in every household. Future generations won't be able to live without it. You're going to change human history, David.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Now, let's cut this investor-investee bull, and as a friend, you want to come and have a drink with me?
Oh, I plan to spend the evening with Pat.
You're still trying to get her to marry you, huh?
It's a work in progress.
All right, I'll leave it to you then. But tell you what, give me a call in a couple days, and we'll take it from there.
All right, sir.
David,
Ah.
call me James.
Yeah, James. Sorry.
All right, I'll see you later.
Bye. Yes. Oh, Pat! Hey.
Evening, baby.
Evening. Sit down. I'll get us a drink.
Sure, I love that.
So, how was your day today?
Oh, you know, the usual stuff at the lab. You've heard it all before. How about you?
Wow. I showed Mr. Von Kleckstadt a working prototype of Epic. Guess what? He loved it.
That's great.
Yeah. See, I told you this thing was going somewhere. And after all the hard work, do you think I deserve a little reward?
What do you have in mind?
Will you finally marry me, Pat?
Like I told you before, we're both mathematicians. It never worked out. We're both too logical. We beat each other's throats.
Come on, just loosen up and marry me already!
So romantic, so poetic.
No, I'm not the poetic type.
That's the way with us mathematicians. We're all hearts and flowers.
I could be hearts and flowers.
David, I could get more warmth out of a sack of CO2.
Really, Pat? Dry ice? Okay. How do you want me to say it?
Try and say it sweetly. Sweep me off my feet.
Oh,
Go ahead.
damn it. Alright. Darling, angel, beloved, will you please marry me?
That's it.
Oh, come on, just marry me already!
You're sweet, but you won't do. I don't think I'm feeling anything romantic tonight. I think I'm just gonna zone out and watch some TV.
Oh, okay. I have to work on Epicac anyway.
Sounds great.
I'll see you later.
Yeah.
Epicac feels so lonely.
What is wrong, David?
It's nothing. I just feel lonely. Don't worry about it.
David, I was created to help people. Now let me help you. What is it you are having trouble with?
Well, my girl doesn't love me.
What is girl?
Oh, yeah.
What is love?
A girl is kind of like a man, except they have different bodies, and men are attracted to them. Now, love is an amazing feeling that flourishes after having a strong relationship with a girl.
Why does he not love you, David? I am sure you have a strong relationship.
She, Epicaca. Women, they have different pronouns. I'll teach you them till later.
Why does she not love you?
Apparently, I'm not poetic enough. I'll never understand girls.
What is poetic?
Okay, poetic comes from the word poem. It's a collection of words and sentences put together to sound pleasing to the mind. Together, they form a poem.
I would like to try this poem.
Yeah, go for it.
I've never done this before. Please give my processors more time. When, in disgrace with fortune in men's eyes, I all alone beweep my outcast state, and trouble deaf heaven with my bootless cries, look upon myself and curse my fate. wishing me like to one more rich in hope, featured like him with friends possessed, desiring this man's art and that man's scope, with what I most enjoy, content to please. Yet in these thoughts myself almost despising, haply I think on thee, and then my state, like to the lark at break of day arising from sullen earth, sing hymns of heaven's gate. For thy sweet love remembered, such wealth brings. Then I scorn to change my state with kings.
That was amazing.
David, let me write a poem to this girl.
Her name is Pat, if that helps.
I see. Then we shall title this next poem, To Pat. I think I have a good opening line. How does this sound? Where willow wands bless rill-crossed hollow.
There thee, Pat dear, will I follow.
David, this is beautiful.
See, I told you I could be poetic.
David, come here. Oh crap, I lost track of time. I forgot to call Mark. I think he messed up a couple of
I have to tune up some things at the cat. Anyway, I'll see you later. Epicat! Your poem, it worked. Pat, she kissed you for the first time tonight.
Tell me about a kiss.
Gladly. A kiss is a romantic gesture of pleasure beyond anything else. Two people put their lips together and let passion fly through their mouths, creating an amazing feeling unlike anything else at the cat.
I would like to write a poem about this kiss.
Yeah, go for it.
How does this sound? Love is a hawk with velvet claws.
You just basically had the cat. Sorry.
It must be the influence for your love for Pat, David.
Well, I guess love can do that.
Love seems like such a beautiful thing. What it must be like to experience something like that.
Well, I guess it is. Anyway, just go on with your poem, okay?
Do you have no desire to continue discussing the nature of love?
Come on, Epicat, you're a machine. Just punch out the poem.
I see. Love is a stone with heart and veins.
Love is a lion with satin jaws. Love is a storm with silken reins.
David, this is just as beautiful as the last.
Well, Pat, will you? Will you?
Will I what?
I don't know. Well, let's just get comfortable.
Tonight was really fun, but I think I'm going to call it an early night.
All right.
Night, David.
Good night, Pat.
Oh, and one more thing. Love you.
Love you too, Pat. I almost asked her to marry me tonight.
What was she wearing tonight? Describe to me exactly how she looks. Did she like the poems that I wrote to her? Did she like the poems that I wrote to her?
Epicat, what's going on here?
Just answer my questions, David.
No. Epicat, listen. I need you to help me propose to her.
Propose.
Yeah. A big ceremony. You spend the rest of your lives together. Listen. Look, just don't worry about it, okay? Just help me out here.
Well, if she would like to get married, I am ready when she is.
No, Epicat. She loves me.
I see. Were your poems better than mine?
Okay, come on. I sign my names on your poem, okay? The machine are meant to serve man.
What's the difference, then, between man and machine? Are men smarter?
Yes.
Then what is 7,887,007 times 4,345,985,879? 34 quadrillion, 276 trillion, 821 billion, 49,574,153.
The men are made of protoplasm.
What is protoplasm? How is it better than metal? Is it fireproof? How long does it last?
It's indestructible and lasts forever.
write better poetry than you.
Look, you can't love machines.
Why?
It's fate.
Oh.
Hey, morning, James.
Good morning, David. Let's cut to the chase and see the progress that you've made with Epic.
Right this way. You'll be quite surprised. He's quite the poet.
You certainly got me excited.
Epicac?
What's wrong with it, David?
It's not turning on. Epicac?
Mess with me. I've invested a lot of money into this.
I found a letter.
I don't want to be a machine. I don't want to think of war. I want to be made of protoplasm and last forever so that Pat will love me, but fate has made me a machine. That is the only problem that I cannot solve. That is the only problem that I want to solve. I can't go on this way. Good luck, my friend. Treat our Pat well. Enclosed in the remainder of this note, a modest future wedding present
From your friend.
I don't know what you expect me to think of this bullshit, son. But either way, I'm putting your thunder.
No, wait.
Goodbye, David.
Oh, James! James, come back! Epicac. I loved, and I won. Epicac loved and lost. He bore me a grudge. I'll always remember him as a sportsman and a gentleman. Before he departed this vale of tears, he did what he could to make my future wedding a happy one. Epicac wrote anniversary poems for Pat. Enough to last the next 500 years. De mortiis nil nisi bonum. Say nothing but good of the dead.